Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and today we got a lot on the docket today, and I'm not going to show you a lot of it. I'm probably going to play for hours upon hours without recording a word. This is called the Huge Fuel Depot, I believe I called it, and it is huge, and it's a fuel depot. It says it has 97 meters per second. Don't worry about that. These guys are full of fuel. Well, okay, not full of fuel, but they're tweaked with the amount of fuel that will get them into orbit with very little fuel left. Also, there's a red haze around the sun. I installed the newest environmental visual enhancements, and I don't like it, so I'm probably this is the last time you're going to see it. I just wanted visual proof that I have it installed. I am also not launching from Kerbal Space Center, even though it kind of looks like I am. In 3, 2, 1, launch! And while this ship looks like something you would launch in 0.90, I am still playing in 1.0.4. I just have found that aerodynamics isn't as important as you think it is, I guess is the right way to say it. Okay, I'm getting my apoapsis up to about 100 here, give or take. We're still experiencing the flames, but our atmospheric efficiency is 25, which is basically nothing. And also, you notice drag is barely slowing us down at all. Now, what I need to do is I need to set these guys to be all pump level 8. They were pump level 7, which matched the pump level of these guys, and they were set to balance. By setting them to pump level 8, they're also set to pump, so they're going to pump all their fuel out of themselves into the tanks up above. And just make sure everybody's out of fuel. We got plenty of time to check for all this stuff. We might as well be diligent here. And last one to check. Yes, everybody is out of fuel, so I'm going to hit the space bar to drop these guys now. And that also activated these engines, which are going to give us what looks like 127 meters per second. However, you'll notice this guy here is at 7 as well and balanced, which means actually I have 7 times the amount of fuel we think we have, or somewhere in the vicinity of 1,000 of meters per second. I'm gonna guess. We are also high up enough now, although I'm not gonna try it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves out of the atmosphere before I do anything as crazy as look at those things tumbling away back there. Do anything as crazy as hitting the backspace key to activate the solar panels and rotating myself to get the sun into place. Yeah, this is the one thing I really don't like about this new pack. And if anybody knows how to fix it, please tell me. I kind of browsed the forum. I don't want to bug Arbe because you know, I'd rather him work on the mod during his spare time than answer my stupid questions. But yeah, the fact that I'm in orbit and it feels like I'm on the surface of the planet bothers me. There we go, 100 by 99. And we are officially at the point where we can just ditch this guy and not worry about him. Now, his fuel tanks are already set up to pump and balance at level 7, which is exactly what we want them to be. That way, this guy, if my refueler docks to him, who will be at pump 8, my tug, he'll fill him up and then go back up to Minmus to get more fuel. And anybody else who docks to them will have pump level less than 7, and they'll fill up and then head off to wherever they need to go. And wherever they need to go is going to be eventually Joule. But first, we have something we want to get done here, and that is there are monoliths on the moon. Now, we don't have the contract for them yet, but I'm going to complete some of the contracts I have. If you look here, we have easy things like extract ore from Minmus, extract ore from Gilly, maybe even position the satellite around Kerbin. We'll launch the satellite that's going to eventually go to Joule and just get it up here, get it set up in a couple orbits here just to fill that up, and then bring it down here and fill up its tanks for the eventual ejection to Joule. That'll clear these contracts, and then I can find the Moon Monolith contract. That way we can send a Moon Monolith hunter up to take care of those. However, that's all in the very distant future. The rest of this is busy work, and I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to bore me to death, and the last thing I want to do is also bore you to death. So I will be back in 2 seconds your time, or who knows how many days my time. Okay, it has been a long time, about 100 days or so. I don't know exactly where in the Kerbin to Joule window was. I know it was in the 400, so it's been at least 30 days, bare minimum 30 days. I've launched quite a bit of stuff, but I'm going to launch this here and then start talking while it's rising. And what we're going to do here is this is the ship that is going to find monoliths on the moon. In particular here, investigate monoliths on the moon. This should not scroll the window here, by the way. Just so you know. There's a northern monolith and a southern monolith. So we're going to try to hit both of them here in Kyle's one-man ship with 2 pods. We'll find out exactly what's going on with that as we rise here. I am totally doing this mission as if it is as if it's in 0.90. Lots of blow-uppiness. So, yeah, I'm really... This, by the way, these arrows here are showing why your ships flip themselves over when you tilt them too much. Notice that there's lift pushing the ship this way. That's totally why these ships flip themselves over when you think that it's just because Kerbal Space Program hates you. Okay, I think I've fixed the problem. I hope it doesn't render this thing too inefficient of a launch, but I think we'll be fine. In fact, if I turn on the computer, I was kind of expecting you to be able to hold a prograde, but I forgot that I was testing with a fully leveled up Kerbal, and Kyle here, who is a pilot, has no stars, at least not yet. As he gains them, we will be able to do things like hold prograde. But not right now. Can I change this? I can. I can change it on the fly. That's pretty awesome. That implies that the Kerbals put the explosiveness in here. Specifically to allow the pilots, if they so choose, to use it. Okay. Another thing I found out here is you'll notice that there are hinges here. This is actually a strut. I'm going to actually clip into here and show you this. You see there's a strut coming up here from this fuel tank, and then it's attaching to the thing. The way I did that was I tried to attach it here, and the game just magically put it on here. You've seen before people add a piece and then... Oh, wait, we can ditch the fairings here. Yeah, see, these are... And actually, you can see them now. And these ones here also, I attached these, not to these legs like it looks like, but actually up to here. And it just attached to the fairing automatically. And I didn't have to use any extra pieces or delete something. It just worked. So that is actually stock functionality, which interests me. Makes me think that perhaps this is a bug, that these things are still here, even though I've ejected the fairings. But let's go ahead and get rid of the important ones here by hitting the spacebar one more time. Actually, let's hit X to close the thing so we don't start shoot off. And also now our only engine in this entire ship has been activated, and it's this engine right here. Note, we have lights because we're going to be landing on the poles and likely not have a chance to really pick if we're landing in the darkness or not. This whole ship has enough Delta V to get all the way to moon and back and land this thing twice. Possibly more than that. It possibly has the Delta V to get this thing to moon and back twice and land this thing twice if I really wanted to. But what we're going to do here is, before we do anything, we are going to transfer Kyle into here. And we're also going to take a gravity scan and an atmospheric pressure scan, and we're going to keep those datas, which will, upon landing, satisfy science data from space around Kerbin. That will satisfy that contract. We're also going to get science data from space around Moon, because obviously we'll pick up something along the way. If we had just kept burning, it looks like we might have actually made it to Moon, but oh well, what are you going to do? But this looks like kind of an Apollo-ish sort of mission, but it's not. It's just, I do have the lander and the orbiter, but nobody's up here. We're going to send Kyle down. He's going to land. He's going to come back up, dock, refill his fuel, and then just go back down and land again. No need to get all fancy about it. And these extra fuel tanks didn't really need these fuel lines. I just wanted it to have them. So I put them on there. It's pretty compact. It's one of the more compact Apollo-style landers I've ever made. And I kind of dig that. I like the compactness. Also, I still have the new environmental visual enhancements thing installed. I still don't like it while you're in space, but it is very pretty on the ground. And also, the city lights are wrong. They don't match up with what I drew. It is the same map. I checked that much out, but I think it's like flipped or reversed or something. I added my old map because I think the one that comes with the pack actually has a map of Earth, of all places, for the city lights. At least they didn't match up. But I haven't bothered fixing it because I'm lazy. Okay, this will actually do a pretty good job of setting up a polar orbit, an eventual polar orbit. So I think I'm actually going to do this burn. 711 meters per second. A bargain. And look, we have our hold prograde and hold retrograde because Kyle is leveling up on the fly. Kerbin does look prettier with clouds. And the haze doesn't look so bad from this high up, although the red over here contrasted to the blue over here is kind of crazy. It's like Kerbin is a cop car. Dee-doo, dee-doo. Looks like we're flying to the Death Star. Another thing, I'm not too happy with how shiny the moon is with this pack either. It's not even a pack. It's just what comes with environmental visual enhancements. Okay, yeah. See, one monolith's up there, another one's down there. So we're gonna burn until we are like that. And then halfway out here, we're going to normal ourselves up. And a pretty simple burn. Hopefully giving us pretty much what we wanted. 13, I think, is fine. Kyle, being a non-scientist, is not going to get any bonuses. He also can't reset anything, which is why I didn't bring up the goo or the Science Junior. Figured it's not worth it to bring up a whole bunch of those to leave them laying around. If you want to see me doing that, watch my old Kerpalo series. Let's see, moon's around here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, see, Kerbin's just, it's just a little too red. I know that there is redness, and that's way too shiny. Kyle feels like he's going to slip and slide when he lands. Oh, there, boom, magically. The moon is no longer shiny. It looks normal now. And Kerbin, I think, is exploding in thermonuclear fire. Oh, we can do gravity and atmospheric. Might as well take those. After we take this burn here, we'll be able to go out and collect those. This is not primarily a science mission. We're just taking the science more to satisfy the contracts than anything else, to be honest. I do have enough science picked up from the few contracts I did do to research another node. But I've decided that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save up for 1,000 science so I can get the Rapier engine, I believe, if I remember correctly. Something in particular I wanted. And I think I went too low. Too low. How low can you go? How low is too low? Where are you going in Mississippi? Tupelo. Okay. 13 by 13. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Very nice. Okay. Now, you'll notice these things are gone. I could have put them on decouplers, but hey, who cares? This thing has 213 left in it, and this guy has 90. He needs to go down and come back up with this 90 twice. So he's going to take the 90, go down and come back up, and then he's going to take 90 more, leaving 100, which is going to leave us somewhere in the vicinity of $1,000 of Delta V left over, I'm guessing. I have no idea. Well, geez. You know what we're going to do, right? We're coming down right over this. So we might as well do it now, and then that'll give us time to worry about the other one later. So, let's go ahead and do it. And then you are going to aim yourself retrograde. And burn down a little bit. Until your landing comes just over this thing. That looks pretty good to me. And we also need to burn whatever is this way, with the lines going out, which is this one here. Perfect. Okay, and then right along your orbit here, mostly we just need to know 574 meters per second of the 1,500 we have available. The moon apparently has liquid water on its surface. I'm assuming that's environmental visual enhancements somehow screwing that up. Here comes the monolith. Okay, we got 53 seconds before. This is very cool. Oh boy, EVA report. Close the alarm, we got 40 seconds. Gravity scan, EVA report. Grab onto that. Take that EVA report. Hop back in. Okay. Oh, turn the computer on. No more screwing around. I don't know exactly where that monolith is, but it's kind of in the shadow here, which is annoying. We are 18 seconds from our projected burn. I think it's on the other side of this hill here, which is very annoying. Yeah, I don't think it's in this crater. I think it's on the other side of this. I'm cheating upward. I have more fuel than I really need, which is nice. I don't really need the maneuver node anymore. It might even be on the other side of this. Yes, it is. Wow, it's here. I mean, we could land and then fly there. Like, we could land over here. But I'm thinking about landing... I don't know where I'm thinking about landing. This is why we have lights. That we're going to turn on right now. Actually, this is a perfect time for the HUD. We have well over half of our fuel. Okay, I'm going to turn it so that everything matches up what I see here. Distance, suicide burn is in 101, I don't know what that means. Our altitude is 1,500 meters off the terrain. We are going at 70 some meters per second, but that's really not that much of a burn. Okay, this is it's a bit crazy. We are coming down. The slope here is 8 degrees, which this ship should be able to handle an 8-degree slope, really. We are 500 meters off the ground. I've turned off the HUD because I am now more concerned about watching the nav ball and my speed. Sadly, I'm not going to get a shadow, but look at this. I brought lights. Coming down at 4 meters per second. We can see the monolith. Okay, and we're down. We're down, we're landed, we've got everything. Okay, go ahead and hop out. Let's do this first here. Let's take this and take your EVA report. And your job, Kyle, is to determine if these things are in fact solid, and it is. It is in fact solid. You have proven that. Wow, that's cool. Okay, let's go ahead and take a surface sample in an EVA report here. And we got the contract. Wow, this is a very deep hole. You can climb back out, right? Oh, this is the second moon monolith. Contract complete. Investigate monoliths on the moon. That's interesting. I completed the contract by only going to one monolith. Does that mean I can't go to the other monolith? Or does that mean that I should have gone to the first monolith first and therefore have determined that there's a bug? Now, I will say I hadn't upgraded my contracts in a while. Earlier, my contract packs when I was doing the other monoliths, but I have upgraded them since. So this is the new contract pack. Okay, and we are set to go. Now, our ship has flown overhead, and it is heading up back north. We are right here, but we can just wait in orbit of him. We can wait for him to swing back around, and then basically, as he's coming up to about here, we can just burn up to meet him. So I'm going to hit F5, because we're going to be time warping. Oh, and here's another thing. Somebody mentioned you can plop a waypoint down with the waypoint manager. And you can say, add a waypoint, set location on map, and the altitude is fine. Let's just set it for here. And then I never saved it because I'm stupid. It's not like we're in a hurry or anything. Want it right there. And then save it. And then we're going to activate. That's now our active waypoint, I believe. Nope. No, it is our active waypoint. Well, geez, where is it? It's that way. Which is... Now let's start burning. Yeah, it's this one. What am I doing? Okay, sorry if anybody calls that cheating, but yeah, I'm not going to accept that. Okay, let's add it now so we can do this without set location on map, altitude. Let's make the altitude like 50,000 meters. Right here. And then now it's up high enough that I should be able to see it from the ground. Actually, we can test that by activating save. Okay, then I can activate navigation. And yeah, he shows up on my nav ball now, so that's good. Okay. Now, we're going to fast forward time. Whoa, okay, we're going to fast forward time again. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to fast forward time like that. Then I'm going to hit F5 again. We don't need Waypoint Manager anymore. All we need to do is turn the computer on, hit the gas, turn ourselves this way, verify that we have missed the wall, burn sideways, check our map. That's perfectly good right there. Where's our direction? There it is. Okay. Now let's go into target mode. Get back to this way. Never actually successfully met up with a target doing this kind of a thing. We are going to be going too high, which looks like it might actually be good. So we're going to add a maneuver here to meet up like this. And then when we're here, we'll make another maneuver to actually match up. Okay, we've got 2 burns. One is 116, and it is in a minute. And then the other one is 206. We have 415, so that's close, but we can do it. I wish that I was better at this, because then I think I would have saved a lot more fuel. But hey, what are you going to do? I should delete this node. I should actually delete both of these nodes and burn until we're pretty close. That is nowhere near close. We need to burn this direction with the lines going in. Need to be in orbit mode so we know which direction that is. Okay. Now right here, we need to do something along these lines. 286. Oh, we might not have enough. Yeah, my calculations did not take into account the fact that I suck at this game. We have 0 delta V currently. And you're dead. So, guess what we're going to do? We are going to hop out. We are going to take all the data out of here. We are going to hop out. We are going to take all the data from out of here. Do these things have data in them? No. Okay, so we are going to let go. And we are going to head for you. Luckily, this is in orbit. And you could get to it with your jetpacks. It even has enough fuel to land and come back home if it only had an engine. But sadly, your engine is currently on its way back down to the surface of Moon to crash unceremoniously into there. Well, Kyle, you did successfully complete one part of the contract. So all we need to do is send up another ship that can complete the other part of the contract, get you, and then bring you home. Luckily, you have a docking port on your ship. Because otherwise, this would be very difficult. Let's go ahead and crank the ambient light up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. But, oh, yep, there they are. And there's nothing around. Okay, well, you're safe. Like I said, you've got a nice orbit. Your periapsis is at 13. Your apoapsis is high, but what are you going to do? So we're going to launch another mission. I'm going to build a quick ship that can go up, do what you basically what you did with a little bit more fuel, and then also bring you home. So I will be back. Okay, well, back at the tracking station, you will notice there is no monolith marked on the map. Do you know why? Because I did, in fact, complete that contract. Oops. So what we're going to do here is, instead of sending up a new ship and all that stuff, we're just going to send up a rescue ship to bring the Munolith Explorer home. And I decided to do it manned, just for the fun of it. And that ship is being piloted by none other than Charlotte Turkey Kerman. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. This is a much smaller version of the other ship. Under here, all it is the top part, with a little bit of extra finagling to make it able to go up and grab that guy and bring it home. They can also disconnect separately and then re-enter the atmosphere separately, which will be fun. It'll be fun to do that. And I gotta remember to actually do my gravity turn, unlike what I did last time. But I don't expect any problems, so I'm going to actually see you at the moon. Okay, we are swinging around here. We've got a nice little connection here, 1.2 kilometers away from our ship. I can finally show you the ship that I've been dealing with the whole time that you never saw because it was in the fairing. But it's this crazy guy. And yes, Turkey is upside down here. Let me actually... Yeah, we're getting kind of close to our point here. The reason I made the ship this way is because that way she can fly straight in. And I just realized I probably left the monoprop in here. I did, but I'm not using it for anything. She can dock against his ship via this method here and then be all good. Now we're only going 27 meters per second relative to each other. Let's get the old HUD up here and figure out where everybody is. Okay, there's our ship. So we want to burn... Oh, I tricked myself because... and all I had to do to make this thing easier to control was to control from here, which I'm doing right now. And then by controlling from there, it was as if that was the front of the ship, because it was. So other than the fact that Turkey had to experience a negative roughly 1G each time she burned, other than that, everything was fine. Neither of these ships has solar panels on them, which was, let's say, a design flaw, especially for Charlotte's ship. Charlotte definitely should have had solar panels on her, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, just get ourselves aimed and let magnetism do the rest. Doink. Okay, they are all set. Let's go ahead and, even though it doesn't matter, we'll pump the fuel across. It's like a push me, pull you here. We can now control from, we might as well keep controlling from here now that I'm thinking about it. Because this might wobble a little bit. But now we have plenty of meters per second here. That is not good. I'm going to actually hit F10 here. And I'm going to Alt F4 to close, and we're going to come back and see if this is better. Okay, I just closed and restarted the game, and sure enough, not only is Charlotte not connected to Kyle anymore, and not only is Kyle way over here, flying away, by the way, even though they're actually, I wonder, are you landed? Is that the problem? Situation, escaping. Escaping what? I don't know, but I can't do anything about it. It's stuck here. So I'm going to assume everything would have gone to plan. I hate to do it, but I'm going to tell you what, let's try this here. See, yeah, orbit, altitude, NAN, that's just bad. So let's go 13,000 meters. Apply. And you seem to be set now, except for the fact that you're in a polar orbit. So now let's go ahead and switch to the other ship. And we are going to hyperedit you into a 13,000 orbit. Actually, I was actually worried that would destroy the ships. But it looks like they're fine. Okay, so all I got to do is hook these guys back up. Oh, I have to actually control the correct ship here. All I got to do is hook these guys back up. And then I should be able to send them home. And just deal with the fact that they're in an equatorial orbit. Luckily for me, I transferred all the fuel into this guy instead of the other way around. And I'm also going to cheat the electric charge because I wouldn't have had to do this. And come on into dock. And now this time I'm never going to leave him. I am not going to give him a chance to bug out on me now. Just realize I'm 7 kilometers off the surface. What is my periapsis? My periapsis is crashing. There we go. Let's get our apoapsis at something high, like 10. And our periapsis will fix out at our apoapsis. Oh my god, that would have sucked. I'm so glad I noticed that. This entire game just wants me to die. Yeah, I'm trying to time warp. I'm like, what do you mean I can't go faster under 10,000 meters? Why my orbit is at 13,000 meters? And then I looked up and I'm like, I'm at 7,000 meters. I just realized our two ships cannot re-enter Kerbin at the same time. Because they're going to need to disconnect from the main ship before they're below the safe speed of the parachute. But they also, let me turn off the computer so we're not wasting power, but they also need to pull their chutes eventually. And I don't think that while you're flying through the atmosphere, you can switch between. At least I'm not sure enough of that to be sure of it. So what I'm going to do here is we are 29, we're at 30 meters here. We're going to turn the computer on and aim ourselves north. so that when we do eject, we're not actually going to change the altitude of the vessel that is coming in. And then we are going to eject, I believe Turkey is going to go first. I think it's only fair. So let's go. You know what? Kyle gets to go first. He is the one being rescued. Bye-bye, Kyle. Let's check you out. Make sure you're still periapsising. Yep, 29,389. That's perfect. Okay, now you are going to go halfway between a speed up and a this, and we're going to burn your periapsis up to let's burn it up to 80. Why not? And then we are going to follow Kyle down. Kyle has all of the goodies. He also has electric charge, which is good. We're going to hit F5 here. That's actually the moon. There's Kerbin. Something weird's going on. The sun is right here. And Kerbin is pitch black. I'm just going to go with terrified. How's that? Does terrified work for you? I'm going to go with terrified. Kerbin is a black hole. Kerbin has... Oh, there we go. Kerbin has collapsed into a black hole. No more. Yeah, I'm definitely uninstalling the environmental visual enhancements mod here. From everything I know about 1.0.4 heat, you should be perfectly fine. Now, you'll notice my parachute here is red. There's a new mod I've installed. This will turn yellow when it's questionable whether or not it's safe, and then it will turn red, or it'll turn green, I should say, when it is perfectly safe to deploy the chute. Okay, we are still unsafe to deploy. We got... Oh, these are clouds that are coming up. You look a little scared, but I think you're fine. Should be questionable any second here. Now it's questionable, and now it's green. Well done. Okay, before we recover you, let's go ahead and take care of our second ship. And we officially don't care about that anymore, even though it flew away again. It's actually going to save us a little bit of work here, because we can now burn retrograde, using up a lot of our fuel. Why not? Detach here. Another city down there. Looks like you're coming down on land, possibly mountains, which means we're going to hit your chute the moment we can, because I can already see the trees. Can't see the forest for them, but I can see the trees. Yowza. Charlotte didn't look too happy with that. But hey, most of the surrounding terrain is below you. There goes the rest of the ship. That's cool. The rest of the ship is actually going to make it all the way to the ground and crash. Oh, we got 3.3 science for the suborbital over moon. We weren't doing this for science though. We were doing it for saving Kyle's life. Kyle though was doing this for science. He got 748 science for 1542. Very good, especially considering this wasn't a science primary mission. The primary mission of that was to do that monolith thing. So that gives us a ton of science. We've completed the science data from space around Kerbin, and also the science data from space around Moon, which is awesome. And we can unlock that tech node I wanted to unlock, which I think was it this one? Or was it this one? Yeah, it couldn't have been that one. So I think this was the one I wanted to unlock. Or I could unlock 2 other tech nodes. I don't really have any plans for the rapier, so really when it comes down to it, I don't need it. But I don't need anything else either. So I think I'm gonna research this. Also, if we go into the research into this building here, investigate the monolith signal. The monoliths within the Kerbin system have all started sending a signal towards Jewel. We don't know what we'll find out there, but we need to go take a look. I completely agree. We need to go take a look, especially because it's 405 science. So we're going to accept this contract, and that is going to be the thrust of our Jewel trip now. I think we're going to not bother with the ISRU stuff. I'm getting a little burned out on it after doing Gilly and Minmus. I might actually finish this whole series off when we get to Jewel and take care of the monolith signal up there. Maybe hit the other contracts for the anomaly surveyor just because they're fun. But yeah, I just don't really feel the need to do the ISRU stuff now that I've done it on a couple planets. It's old hat now. We also are going to hit that complete the Eve contract and land on it and stuff like that. But I'm kind of seeing this series in its twilight phase, which is okay. That's the way these series go. I'll just start up a new one when I'm done. But yeah, so we're gonna be building a big jewel ship, or several jewel ships probably, and send them out there. Check out the monolith. Check out some other things, and that's it. So. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.